Hey everyone! So it's been a few days since I last recorded. Been taking the last few days off just to kind of rest and recuperate. The pain is now back to kind of where it was before the staples were removed, so I'm feeling a little more energetic and ready to share. It's been a week since I was discharged from the hospital, so it's been quite the week. It's felt like one of the longest weeks of my life, just mostly because I've been at home and trying to take it easy, which is both easy and hard, um, which is kind of hard to believe. It's nice to be able to stay inside when the weather is quite cool out there right now, but at the same time, uh, difficult because I can't go out and do things when I want and be able to just get out of the house. I'm used to being able to take Cinnamon for walks on a daily basis, several times during the day. But right now I can't do that. Doctor's orders, no strenuous activity. And not saying that walking Cinnamon is strenuous, but if for whatever reason she were to pull on the leash, that would definitely cause some issues. Um, Speaking of Cinnamon, she's been a great bedside companion. You've probably seen her in majority of the videos that I've done. She stayed by my side the majority of the time. She almost seems to be aware of where the incision is, so she tends to avoid making any kind of contact with there. She tends to stay by my side rather than laying on my lap, or sleeping by my side rather than snuggling too close. So she's been a really good companion to have and has probably helped me from not going stir crazy in the house. Um, but it's definitely been good to have her there with me, just when I sleep and when I'm resting. But it is nice to have people come and visit, so I thank all those who came to visit me this week, and thank you for the food and the drinks. It's been greatly appreciated. Um, and for my parents and my family that have come to visit, definitely don't know how I'd be able to do this on my own, being able to take care of myself. So I'm very grateful for their care. Uh, Doing things as simple as being able to pick things off the floor for me, food preparation. Though I did try a few days ago, actually, to help with food preparation. So I ended up making tuna for tuna sandwiches and found that more strenuous than I would like. Not in terms of just being difficult to do, but it consumed a lot of my energy and started to get sore from standing for just making the tuna, which was kind of frustrating because it's such a simple thing to make. Um, but it's helping me test or figure out what my limits are in terms of what I can and can't do at this point. So it's been good that way. And I guess on Friday, what we did was we usually, my parents and I, we go out for pho. And my mom asked if I wanted to give it a try this Friday just to see how I did and to also get me some fresh air. And I really love pho, so I really couldn't say no to that. So me and my pajama pants and sweater, we went out for pho, and it definitely put me to my limits. But I'm glad that I did it because I really wanted the fresh air and the pho. So it was worth it, even though I could say that that's about as much as I could do. Probably a half an hour meal out. I definitely wouldn't be able to go out and do anything more than that. So things like starting up teaching again, I don't think I'm there yet. Being able to go back to church and help with the music ministry, I'm definitely not there yet. Um, and it's been a little bit frustrating in a sense because there was a funeral yesterday that I would like to have attended to be able to support the family as they mourn their loss of their loved one, but it just wasn't physically something that I could do. It was just would have been too tiring for me. So that's been a bit of a frustration for me having during this recovery period. So the most that I could do was send them flowers, And usually I like to make the flowers myself to send to funerals. And then if other people ask, I can also make flowers on their behalf, but I'm not at that point either. So that was also a bit of a frustration for me, was just not being able to do the things that I normally do, since flowers is one of my side businesses. So it's been, I guess, a humbling experience in many ways, just being able to, having to kind of sit back and just let other people do the things that I would normally do. So it has been quite the experience overall, and I know that eventually I'll be able to do those things again, and I know that I'd rather do them sooner than later, but my body is telling me that I need to take the time to just rest, which is sometimes hard to do, especially when you're self-employed and you feel like you need to kind of go and do things, or even if I'm not necessarily working, doing hobbies, but even the hobbies that I have can be strenuous, so it's just being able to sit back and enjoy. So I think doing these vlogs have been kind of therapy for me, because they give me something to do that isn't strenuous, and it gives me the opportunity to share with you what I'm going through. And hopefully, if you're going through something similar, this can be a support or encouragement to you, or if maybe you're preparing for surgery, this can help give you kind of advice as to what to expect and prepare for, and hopefully you can learn from my mistakes as well. So overall, I'd say that progress is slow and steady, and I have to remind myself that it's okay to go slow and steady. So that's all I'm going to share for now, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.